Are we going to get a highlight reel takedown?
Yeah.
Is what the
I was
people
going
want
to
to
s-
know.
Oh,
no.
no. Yeah, Julia, it was in the first Enyo, wasn't it? She
Yep.
did an absolutely superb takedown.
I mean, it's the highlight reel family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't wait for their kid to throw me on my head.
What, their child, you mean?
Yeah, their child,
Yeah, it could probably beat us all up now. But Ju has a really sort of aggressive forward passing style.
Just
Yeah.
get in front of that knee to try to crush it down there. Because at the moment she's putting lots of forward pressure in, but she's going to be very blocked by that leg there.
Yeah, we have seen, we saw Julia, of course, on Enyo 1. We also seen her on Polaris. She actually competed against your sister-in-law,
Yeah.
Sam. And she was kind of dominating her
Yeah.
for the majority of that match, and then found herself inside a guard and a beautiful armbar from Melissa Hill.
Yeah, the opportunity had just presented itself. I think the crowd were equally disappointed that Melissa had pulled guard in that situation, but you're going to take the smart move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you stand with somebody who's so highly accomplished in judo, only to make it onto their highlight reel? But I think one thing that's really nice and prominent about Ju is that she's such an advocate for women's jiu-jitsu.
She is.
Like, regardless of your team or who you are, you know, if you need her to support you or, you know, anything that you need, she will put herself forward for it, and it's really nice. It's a great quality to have.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of providing judo camps.
Yep.
Yeah, judo for BJJ.
Great guard pass there too.
Yeah, a lot of the women tonight, actually, and perhaps we'll try and mention it more, but a lot of the women, some that you've already seen and plenty more that we're going to see throughout this evening, they are doing a lot for women's grappling. You know, it's not simply they're coming and showing up to shows like this, but they're doing their part back home. Julia, as you mentioned, she does a lot for the women's grappling community in the UK. She hosts seminars and open mats and stuff at their gym at Carson Gracie Hull.
And again, you got Nadine in the corner of Ju, different teams, but at the end of the day, when you need help, a woman will be there to help you.
Well, I do kind of think about because the women's grappling scene has changed so much. I mean, to a lot of the newer watchers or listeners, maybe won't have as much of an idea as what it was like back when we, us old people, you know, but especially when you two were coming up through the coloured belts, there really was a tiny, tiny community of, especially as you get to purple and brown belt and certainly to black belt, really not a huge number of women in the scene, which means that you all become very close friends. You probably compete with each other 10 times by the time you get to brown belt. And it does make me think, though, now we're seeing a lot more women, does it almost... It almost makes it harder because you're going to be competing against these women and sort of this combination of you're this tiny community you've got to be very close-knit to. Actually, you're a much bigger community now, and maybe it's going to be getting a little bit more competitive. What's your thought?
I haven't seen it changed personally. I feel like for me coming up through the belts, yes, I would make friends with my opponents, but they tended to be from like Hungary or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, rather
Poland.
than just the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you still
don't make friends with your
you
neighbours.
didn't have no. You,
That's what you're saying.
you
If you
didn't.
live in Birmingham, Sam is going to be really nasty to you.
No,
Don't
not
take
at
it
all.
personally.
But there's still that camaraderie there because you are the minority and you know you've got to stick together, but it's difficult to organise training and stuff when everybody lives in different areas. Whereas here, you know, you've got this bunch, there's regular faces of Moti, Ju, Rosie Clark, like, you know, all they want, they compete against each other all the time.
Yeah.
All they want to do is train together because they know that they'll get better working with each other.
I mean, as we're saying this, Marie Kennedy in a really nice position here to possibly try and free. I think she's going to try and free that right leg on the inside and possibly try and lock up a triangle. She could be in a reverse triangle position. She could try and sneak that right foot on the inside to take the back, but a very, very compromised posture and position in Julia Scardone. And I believe that this is the first real submission attempt that we've seen, if you can call it that. I guess right at this point it's
Still a position.
still a position,
Yeah.
but it's on the way.
It depends
let's
if
say.
Marie can start to pass that leg through.
She might try and roll through with this. Nope, she's giving it up. So maybe not classing that as a submission attempt, but a
guard
submission
pass off of
attempt,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Pre
You like that, Vanessa?
Yeah.
Pre something. I'm
A
sure that's where the pre comes in, right?
A pretty...
Prefix. No, like a prefix or something.
okay, Sam.
Just turn my mic off.
I was wondering how long it would take for a giggling fit in this booth.
I'm just breathing. I don't know. Okay, back into the half guard position here.
Yes, let's get back to the grappling. And, you know, very kind of, we're just over halfway through this match here, and not too much has happened. We've seen, like, the very strong top control and base of Julia Scardone, and Marie Kennedy, to her credit, being as aggressive as she can off of her back. We have seen attempts, but no real submission attempts from either athlete here. So certainly all to play for with 4 minutes left on the clock.
I feel as if both grapplers are kind of where they want to be as well.
Both me and Sam, yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yes, very true. An apt observation there. And I think that can... but you're right, that when someone wants to play guard and someone wants to play top, they kind of find a stalemate, not just positionally, because they're exactly where they want to be. You know, they're almost both a little bit too comfortable, and they don't want to lose that advantage.
Yeah, you're not exposing the gaps in the game here just yet.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something, Vanessa. I think both of these ladies looking for an opportunity, looking for a gap that perhaps their opponent is not going to expose for them.
Again, if you're thinking a little bit more strategically for Ju on top, the leg that she's got here now kind of does present itself a couple of times if you were to sit back for a foot lock, or even think about an steamer lock or something there. Sat on the hip a little bit, just strategy-wise for your attacks if you're not advancing and passing the guard. Nice underhook position here. She might want to change and come in front of the head and
yeah,
start to flatten her out a little bit.
Exactly, a nice head and arm position. Right now, I think that small gap between the knees and the head is going to make it difficult for Julia to secure a strong pass position. I don't think we're going to see Julia attack any submissions until she's able to get to a side control, until she's able to get to a mount.
Yeah, Marie doing a great job with the guard recovery, that butterfly hook on the left side.
But yeah, Julia just pressuring through that knee shield, and I mean she's going to have to pass a little bit more intelligently to get past the guard of Kennedy.
Okay, or no. So there's a potential opening up there for
and it looks like in that scramble, is Julia passed? Is that
she's
oh no, back to half guard.
Yeah, still in half.
It's the black spats on the black and
into a knee slice. Could get a pass here though.
Strong position.
Yeah,
Okay.
So have we had any submission attempts?
I don't
so
think
far?
we've had anything that could be considered a real submission attempt here. So I think that was a massive moment in this match in terms of the scoring.
Looking to advance the knee on belly position as well. Yep, into mount position as well.
Excellent.
Marie just exposing her back a little bit there.
So just a little bit here, otherwise she's going to lose it. She's going to come back to the mount. No, she gets to the close
Good escape from Marie here.
However, Julia's definitely up on the positional.
Yeah, but this is, you're talking about where Julia wants to be. I don't think this is where Julia wants to be, but as she does a beautiful...
Yeah.
I don't know the Japanese name for it, but...
Sweep.
That's not
Looks a bit like a Tomonagi, isn't it?
Tomonagi, yeah, exactly.
I know that one. That's the only one I know. Head and arm position here as well. 25 seconds left. Off the mats there.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Marie straight down to that guard again.
Yeah.
Now any attack of a submission here, but with 2 seconds left, I think that's done. Excellent match from the two girls.
Yeah, great match. I guess we see a little bit more positional control as a priority than we do sort of like throwing up with the submissions.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I don't think we saw any submission attempts there, but I mean, the relentless pressure from Julia the entire time. We saw some nice guard work from Marie Kennedy off of her back, but ultimately, as the match wore on, I think the physicality and the intensity of Scardone sort of started to pay off. We saw a pass there, and I think that's, I believe that's what's going to win her the match.
Let's see what the judges have to say.
Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, by judges' decision and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Julia Scardone!
Okay. Julia. Yes, we have to do this. So we're all very familiar with your amazing takedowns. Did you expect a pull guard from your opponent tonight?
I did, yeah. Not many people are standing with me at the minute. They don't know I've only got one thing. That's it. Once you kill that, I've got nothing else.
No, that is not true because we saw some amazing attempts at the guard pass, but it seems like Maria had a really strong guard. What were your thought processes like through your match?
I can't swear, can I?
Okay, so But is there anyone then that you'd like to fight in the future?
I love fighting people that stand up, wrestlers, ex-judo people. I just find it so intense and entertaining and a little bit feisty.
So we want a wrestler or a judo player for your next match, yeah? Okay, let's do it. Okay, Julia Scardone, everybody, well done.